So you've watched all 7 parts of Reimagining the Kanto Gym Leader series, and you're ready for the 8th and final gym leader, Giovanni. Well, let's not waste any time and get right into it! The first time you battle Giovanni is in Celadon City, and you may be thinking that since you can battle Erica first, why not take out the Rockets in Celadon City and battle Giovanni before you even do your first gym battle? Well, the Team Rocket series of events plays out almost the same as it does in the various Gen 1 games. You can't take on the Rockets in Celadon City until you've gone through Mount Moon and interacted with the Rockets in Cerulean City, the final rocket on Nugget Bridge, and the rocket that gives you the TM for Dig. Once you've done those series of events, you can now head back to Celadon City to take on the Rockets, or you can head to Lavender Town. Of course, if you do the latter, you can't get to the top floor and save Mr. Fuji because you still need the Silph Scope. After you make your way through the Celadon Game Corner, you find the Team Rocket boss, Giovanni. He battles you and he'll have a team of Nidorino, Nidorina, Kangaskhan, and his ace, Rhyhorn. Once you defeat him, the Celadon City police show up, but they're too late. Team Rocket has disappeared. Next up, you'll go to Lavender Town and either start the trek up Lavender Tower or finish it, depending on whether you went here before or after clearing the Rockets out of Celadon City. You rescue Mr. Fuji and he gives you the Poke Flute, which allows you to awaken the 2 sleeping Snorlaxes. After that, you're able to take on the Rockets in Silph Co in Saffron City. You've made your way to Saffron City and you've gotten into Silph Co. You fought your way through the Rocket Grunts only to find Giovanni there. He tells you how you have guts taking on Team Rocket and then proceeds to challenge you to a battle. Giovanni's team now contains Nidorino or Nidoqueen, or Nidoking and Nidorina, depending on your version of the game, Dugtrio, Kangaskhan, and his ace, Rhydon. Upon defeating Giovanni, he manages to escape Silph Co, and as you're leaving the building, you see that the Saffron City police have made their way in. Some Rockets are being apprehended, but a lot of them manage to escape as well. You won't hear from Team Rocket again until you've collected all 7 badges. Once you've done that, you'll get a phone call from Professor Oak. He's panicked. His lab in Pallet Town has been robbed by Team Rocket, and he needs you there ASAP. The game cuts to a cutscene of you flying to Pallet Town, and upon landing, you see that the town has been ransacked by Team Rocket. You make your way inside the lab, and Professor Oak tells you that Team Rocket stole his Pokemon, and that they headed north towards Viridian City. You can't fly there even if you've already visited Viridian City, and instead are forced to make your way up through Route 1, defeating Team Rocket grunts as you go. Once you make your way to Viridian City, you notice that every building except for the Poke Center is blocked off, including the Pokemart. Inside the Poke Center, you can heal your team, but for a cost. 100 Pokedollars. And honestly, I like this idea from Sun and Moon when Team Skull took over Po Town, so I'm using it here. The Viridian City gym is now opened, and it's really the only place for you left to go. Inside the gym, the typical trainers leading up to Giovanni and prior versions of Gen 1 games are now all replaced by Team Rocket members. After fighting through all of them, you'll now be able to fight Giovanni for the 8th and final badge. His team will be Dugtrio, Sandslash, Nidoking or Nidoqueen, depending on if he had Nidoking or Nidoqueen in Silph Co, his trusted companion Persian, his ace, Rhyperior, and either Shadow Venusaur, Shadow Charizard, or Shadow Blastoise. These 3 Pokemon are determined by which Pokemon you and your rival didn't choose at the start of the game. And now, I know that Shadow Pokemon aren't really a thing in the core Pokemon games, but it's a pretty fun twist that games like Pokemon Colosseum and Pokemon Go brought forth and utilized, and as for Giovanni's one Shadow Pokemon, it deals 20% more damage on its attacks and receives 20% less damage from your attacks, even if the move is super effective. Once the battle is finished and you've beaten Team Rocket, your rival shows up having been told of what happened from his grandpa, Professor Oak. Unfortunately, he's too late. Police show up to finally apprehend the Rocket boss, and the stolen Shadow Pokemon is reverted to its normal self and handed to you. Giovanni is taken out of the gym in cuffs, and you and your rival notice a box left on the floor. You both investigate it, and it's a box full of Earth badges. You both take one and leave the building. Professor Oak is waiting outside. You hand him his Pokemon, and your rival says that he's off to take on the Elite Four. Professor Oak thanks you for your help and tells you that you should probably get heading towards Victory Road as well. And that was Giovanni's team. Let me know in the comments what you thought of it, and if you would like to see a more in-depth video on the story of this reimagined Gen 1 game, you can also let me know that in the comments. We may be done with the gym leaders, but stay tuned as we go over the Elite Four members, which will be coming soon.